Which side are you on, my brothers? Prophets will be scared on that day. Prophets, Anbiya, they're going to be scared and petrified. And you and I, it's alright, akhi, relax, man. What's wrong with this guy, brother? Why is he losing his mind for? My brothers, who are we kidding? What side of the fence are you on? Fact, that day the sun will be a mile above your head. 1 mile above your head. 1 mile. The Prophet of Allah, he says, every person will be sweating, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every person will be sweating, each person according to his sins. Some of you sweat to your ankles, some to your knees, some to your waist. He says, some of you will be drowning in your own sin. Fact, Quran. He says on that day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says on that day, you see people running around, running around like he's intoxicated. Allah says, but they're not intoxicated. Allah says the severity of that day is so severe, people have been driven to madness. And you and I, where are we? Which side are you on? Look at the way we're living our lives. If he's not a gangster on the street, he works 24 hours a day. If he doesn't work 24 hours a day, he's a bum 24 hours of the day, nothing to do. I visited their house not that long ago. Wallahi, they smoke pot from Maghrib to Fajr. And you know how many of these houses exist. Brothers that are married with children. Married with children. He smokes pot from Maghrib till Fajr. Which side are you on? The Prophet of Allah on that day, he says there are 7 that will be under the shade of Allah on a day when there is no shade except His shade. Only 7, they'll be under the shade of Allah, under His arsh. Which side will you be on that day, my brother? Which side? You know, my brothers, let me tell you something. You choose the life of the prophets, you'll have the ending of the prophets. But if you choose the life of Fir'aun, you're going to have the ending of Fir'aun. There's no running away from this fact. You choose the life of Fir'aun, Allah's going to give you the ending of Fir'aun. And how many times have we seen it, man? How many times have we seen it? Wallahi, my brothers, how many more times are we going to see killings and murders? And wallahi, this community is drowning. The community is drowning. Wallahi, it's drowning. And we're in a bubble. We're in a bubble. Akhi, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your time? What do you want to be like? Do you want to be like the prophets and the Sahaba? Or do you want to be like, why have we chosen the life of pranksters and thugs? Why have we chosen this life over the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Please tell me, what is it? Do you think there's happiness in that? Do you honestly think there's happiness? I'm going to share with you facts. These are the things you don't hear about. But the brothers here, especially those brothers that used to live that life and they've genuinely changed and repented. You know, these people, they actually need to start speaking up a lot more. Why? Because when someone like me speaks, people think I'm twisting the truth. Wallahi, I tell you exactly what it is. You know, my brothers, these people, you think they're happy, eh? When you and I see pranksters outside on the street, we think they're happy, don't we? Why? Because he's driving a hectic car. When he walks into a particular area or into a particular place, everyone gives him the respect that, you know. Well, so we think these people are happy. But truth, fact, wallahi fact. Look, you cannot run away from formulas that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, fact, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. Any person, khalas, a prankster, not a prankster, he's just busy. Any person, any individual that stays away from the remembrance of Allah, stays away from the deen of Allah, stays away from the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Any person, ask yourself, am I miserable? Yes. Why? This is the formula. Any person that stays away from the deen of Allah, the promise of Allah, فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ, for him is a miserable, wretched life. And some of these people, just to show you how powerful Allah is, some of these people, Allah will give them women, and Allah will give them cars, and Allah will give them houses, everything that you and I were dying for, and they're still miserable. Why? Because Allah is showing you. These people that you and I, we walk outside on the street, we look at them, did you see, did you hear, did you? Habibi, come and see their lives and see how miserable they are. Have you noticed how there's always bags under their eyes? I visited someone and I'll talk about Habas later, so relax. I visited someone in Habas. Habas, brother. Look how we glamorize it. When was Habas ever an honorable thing? When? There's a difference between the guy who's been in prison because of La ilaha illallah. This guy is shut off. That's Habas. That we take our hats off with honor. Why? He was in prison for standing for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahla wa sahla. But the guy who's ripping off the pizza man, and Ashu Shaif Alak, brother. So I went to go visit someone that's in Habas. Wallahi, he's a lifer. What's a lifer? Who knows what a lifer is? Huh? He's in the fight, brother. Followed by tea drops and teas. And you think, brother, what's going on? Movies. Wallahi, so I went to go visit him. We're sitting down. Wallahi, for 1 hour in the visit. I haven't seen this guy in years. 1 hour in the visit. The whole visit. Yeah, alhamdulillah, Yeah, alhamdulillah. Brother, relax, man. Paranoid. Why? Because if the wrong person walks through those doors, it's all on, man. I think, brother, I haven't seen you in 5 years, man. You can't even sit down for me for 1 hour. Just look me in the eye, brother. Let's just have a decent conversation. That's the life that they live. These people that you and I, that we glamorize, wallahi, to go to sleep is on zannies. To go to sleep is on zannies. Then to stay up during the day, he's either on coke or he's on ice. But because you see him for that 10-15 minutes when he walked in with his nice hat and his nice watch and his hectic car, what do you and I think? That's the life, man. فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. The promise of Allah. You think these people are happy? You see them, they hang out with their boys, Groups. They create gangs and tattoos and representing, brother. And you and I, we start to think, I want to be a part of that. We left the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We left the brotherhood of Islam for that. Why? Because on the outside, brother, we're 4 life cars. We're all the way, brother. Votos, locos, maafchu, yeah? Apparently it's blood in, blood out, brother. We're like this. How many of these groups ever sustained and kept it? How many? Every one of them failed. They were best friends in the beginning. At the end, what? What happened, brother? Speak the truth. They killed each other. If they didn't kill each other, they started running out on one another. That's their life. That's their life. And we love it. Wallahi, we love it. You know who loves it the most? We, the religious brothers. Wallahi, we love their life. Today no one is safe. Wallahi, not even myself. We're all to blame. You don't know. Wallahi, my brothers, life was not meant to be easy. Understand this. Life wasn't meant to be easy. If life was going to be easy, then surely the Prophet of Allah would have had it easy and cruising. True? But he didn't have it easy, man. Sisters always tell me, I've heard this so many times. Brother, I wish I was married to the Prophet of Allah. Have you heard this? I wish I was married to one of the companions. I tell a sister, really? Do you know what it would have been like to be married to the Prophet of Allah? Your husband here, because he doesn't take you to restaurants, you complain. Your husband, because he doesn't take you to restaurants, you complain and you whinge and you whine. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, in the authentic hadith, she's speaking to her nephew Urwa. Listen to the words. Brothers and sisters, listen. She says, Wallahi ya Urwa, she's speaking to her nephew Urwa. says, Wallahi, we used to see the full moon, then the full moon, then the full moon. 2 complete months would go past and not a single flame, yani no cooking and no boiling of any sort. She said not a single flame would be lit in any of the 9 houses of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Urwa says, he says, oh my auntie, how did you people live? She said, what? She said, al-aswadan, the 2 black things, al-tamru wal-ma, dates and water, for 2 consecutive months. Which side of the fence are we on?